I would like to welcome each and every one of you for this today's special Ayurvedic talk. So, Ahara or food. We are dealing today about home remedies, how we can integrate it in your lifestyle, how we can give you better health. Before starting the topic, whether we all can have same food or same portion, no. So I'm giving here 5 home remedies which you can do back to home. That doesn't mean everyone can practice it. Who are not eligible to practice, and plus who are having allergy conditions with particular herbs, they are not supposed to practice for this home remedies. In fact, how we can introduce a new habit into life. If you want to run from tomorrow, we'll plan a marathon. No, we start a small step, right? Then when day progresses, so day by day, we'll keep increase the targets. Should always keep a achievement target. The same way, anything new when you implement in your life, we should use very less quantity. We should do a dose test. Whether this product, even though it is organic, herbal, we need to see that. Whether it is adjusting, not giving any counter effect on our system, especially on the gut. The Ayurveda tell two pathway of diseases. One is gut, another is our movement. Right? One is our thoughts, our anxiety. Another one, food, what we have is the we call it Nija and Akaduja. Nija means what we get the diseases inside our body. Akaduja means accident. Even Akaduja also have relation between the thought and gut. So most of the diseases entrance is through what we have and what. So that Ayurveda tells there are 3 pillars in our life. These 3 pillars are very important for our mental and physical health. Ahara, Nitra, Brahmacharya. Food, sleep, sleeps. Celibacy, Brahmacharya. So these 3 are very important. First importance for food, what we have. 5 home tips, home remedies. Just giving an introduction to Ayurveda, what is Ayurveda? You must know Ayurveda, what does mean by Ayurveda, the word Ayu plus life, Veda means science. Combination Ayu plus Veda, Ayurveda. So know about the life. Not only Ayurveda, we always think just a treatment, getting massage, Shirodhara, Ayurveda. Most of my patients, they expect getting Shirodhara and first day. The third day, then we can come and ask. I didn't get that fancy treatment, Shirodhara. No, that is a treatment. So somebody is not eligible for it. Somebody should do. So not only that, our lifestyle, sleep, food, and Panchakarma will come as a treatment, curative. So definition, what Ayurveda give definition, it's in the Sanskrit. I can explain in English. Hita, hidam, sukam, dukkam, amaytu, tasya hita, hidam, manam, chataksha, tetrayam. Ayurveda culture. Though it is explained in Sanskrit also, we can understand the meaning in English. Hita, ahita, wholesome and unwholesome. Sukha and dukkha, happy and unhappy. So these 4 aspects of life we all will come across. Ayurveda duty there. So don't worry, you are getting a pain or disease, only I get that. No, everyone's life it will be intensity may be different. So we need to respect these all four aspects of life. So what is Ayurveda's duty there? To promote healthy and wholesome life, to avoid the demerits of unhealthy and unwholesome life. Okay. So then A, what is Ayurveda aim? So Stasya Soska Lakshanam Madhurasya Vikara Prashna. First aim, maintaining a healthy individual. So today we are discussing about it. These 5 home tips or home remedies don't take as a curative. It is not a treatment. When I tell it is good for diabetic, okay, I will not take any more metformin. I will take only this ointment. No. We need to observe how our body is responding. As I already told, diabetic. So we need to monitor fasting blood sugar, HbA1c, and consult, get consultation done with the doctor, and then we need to taper the medication dose. So that way you can modify it if it is works well. So second one is curative part, cure a diseased person's disease. So that the Panchakarma, we are here to do that. So the home remedies now we discuss which you can do in back. So before that, you need to know how Ayurveda see health. So we are talking about how to be health. So before that, we need to know what is health, right? You can see so many sama. Samadosha, Samadnisha, Samadhadu, Malakriya, Prasanna Atmendriya Manta, Susta activity. Health means so many samas. What is samas? Sama. Equilibrium. It's neither weak, more or less. It should be an equilibrium. So Sama Agni, Sama Dosha means doshas you must be knowing already. Dr. Kalagu given a wonderful lecture on that. What is 3 doshas? So 3 energies in our bodies which have the physiological functions. That should be equilibrium. 3 doshas. Sama Agnisha. Agni, the word fire. Digestive metabolic fire. It should be Sama. Equilibrium. Sama Dhatu. Dhatus is tissues. And Malakriyaha. Excretory function should be in well functions and in the state of well-being and optimum efficient. Mind, soul, sense organ. Those are in a state of well-being and optimum efficiency. That is called Susta as per Ayurveda. So you can see that Sama. The same way when you take any medicines or when you take any herbs. So in Ayurveda we call all herb as a medicine. So I'm using that way, medicine. So whenever we take any herb or any food, it should be in a samavasta. It should be in an equilibrium. Okay, doctor told to take coriander seeds, so I will take more. No, it should be in sama or equilibrium. So hypotension and hypertension both are diseases. Hypoglycemia, hyperglycemia, both should be treated. So it should be in sama. We are always in a sama avastha only. It can either go up when we do the same fetal like a samani, same properties. If you take more glucose, then the diabetes can come or hyperglycemia state can come. If it is less, it can go to hyperglycemia. So it should be some. Okay. So you all know this food. One of the trifala. So I'm going with what are the minerals and vitamins you get when you take gooseberry in daily basis. Vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, and B complex, magnesium, calcium, iron, potassium, zinc. So vitamin C is rich in, gooseberries rich in vitamin C. So can we take more gooseberries daily, 10, 50, 20? No. So Ayurveda says 2 to 3, that is sufficient for the day. If you take the juice form, it will absorb very easily because vitamin C is water soluble vitamin. It has an antioxidant property. Oxidation. No, free radicals. Right? So the toxins in our body is free radicals. So where the degeneration of internal organs happen when there is a oxidation changes. It will prevent from that antioxidant. It is antioxidant. So it will protect our organs also by taking vitamins. And it is good for digestion, stimulates gastric juice. Be careful when you take amla more when you have acidity. Okay. Mix with turmeric or after food. And it has anti-inflammatory effect and lowers blood sugar, and which is good for skin and hair because of the vitamin C, and boost immunity, and which is good for the liver health, and it has an anti-aging property, which improve the metabolism, which is good for weight management. So how you can implement in your life? So there's a combination which is good for diabetic patients. In empty stomach, you can take 2 gooseberries or 1 or 2 and make it juice mixed with turmeric powder. You can stomach. And for hiccup, equal quantity plus honey, which is good. Gooseberry, raisins, honey for rhinitis. The same quantity. Okay. We'll go to garlic now. Running loose conditions. Yes. Raisins, gooseberry and honey. And now we'll go to garlic. All must know about garlic. 10 pods or 5 pods of garlic in an system. This practice must be there. Some doesn't have garlic. So this who can have garlic, I'm telling about the benefits and how we need to take in a daily basis. So it has vitamin C, D, and magnesium, calcium, iron, potassium. This magnesium, calcium, iron, and potassium, which is good for the bone health, and which lowers the blood pressure. It have a blood thinning effect. Be careful who taking aspirin for blood thinnings. It can prolong the effect. And it has anti-inflammatory properties, reduces the cholesterol level, and compound in garlic, but it should be taken crushed. When it has the port have the bulb, you can see that inside. When you crush it, then the halide will releases that which is allicin releases. That allicin will help for the metabolism of cholesterol. So cholesterol production by liver it will controls. So that what the statin does, same action we get with the garlic. So the garlic have another problem. If you take an empty stomach, it can lead to acidity and stomach. So whoever having acidity, I will tell how to take. And it's antibacterial, and it detoxifies the liver and support the liver health or liver function. So you can take along with milk, which will help for that. So 5 pots, 15 ml of milk and 15 ml of water, boil and reduce to 15 ml. Then you can take, which will help to reduce the cholesterol. So you can take in a empty stomach. That would be best, or else in between breakfast and lunch. But it's always best to have an system. Next, no, kurkumi, gold, right? So it is very healthy. The same where we have like curcumin and a very dish. Take curcumin in curry, na? So then I don't want to take extra. When boil, when we boil water, it loses properties. Okay. So should not boil. So it has the content like curcumin, vitamin C, vitamin B, magnesium, calcium, iron, potassium. This calcium and potassium plus magnesium is for the bone and muscles. Vitamin C, as you all know, it is having that effect on the skin also, so it is good for wormy appetite. Take the curcumin, not more. It again prolong the blood clotting if you are under aspirin or anything. So it's like a limited quantity which will help for better glow, skin glow. So turmeric is an anti-inflammatory effect. It has anti-inflammatory effect and antioxidant properties it has, and it is good for the joint health and digestive health. And like it supports the brain health by reducing the inflammation and oxidation. The same effect like how antioxidation happens over there, and it help for the immune system. So this you all know, golden milk. So what happens if you have this golden milk 3 times in a day? It can lead to liver and kidney disease. So it should be in minimal quantity. It should not be more. So 1 cup milk, half teaspoon of grounded turmeric, and 1 4 cinnamon, and 1 pinch of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of honey, and half teaspoon of grinded fresh ginger. Ginger is optional, so that you can take in night because milk have tryptophan and amino acids, which is good for sleep also. So usually if you take without turmeric, so it can lead kapha. So if you take turmeric, it will stop that side effects. And which is good, it has the same antioxidant effect, and which is a blood thinner too. So, but you are not supposed to take daily. You can take like 3 days in a week. Then you will take turmeric, so that would be sufficient. Like ginger, it has vitamin C and B6, magnesium, calcium, iron, potassium. So, which is good for improving the digestion, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties are there, and support immunity. So the preparation, 1 teaspoon in empty stomach, which is good for gastric and acidity. Okay, it will not irritant. So the acidity cases also we can take. Then fenugreek seeds, the magic formula, which which is good for diabetes. So some of the diabetic patients who goes sometimes hypoglycemic stage also. So should be very careful when you take. Okay. So it has vitamin A, C, K, B7, and iron, potassium, magnesium, and copper. So these all vitamins you don't need to take as a tablet form if you take this home remedies. So it has a dietary fibers more, which is good for the constipation. So, so which is good for the digestion. And whoever lactating woman, they can we can suggest them to take this fenugreek galactose effect, so which help to produce milk and has phytoestrogen content, which mimic like effect of estrogen. So whoever undergoing menopausal stage and whoever having PMS like post menstrual symptoms like pain and abdominal pain, back pain. For them, this would be a good solution. You can suggest. Then who is not supposed to take fenugreek seeds? Who are pregnant, they are not supposed to take. Which controls the blood sugar. Who are diabetic patients, not only fenugreek will not help. Along with that, exercise. When you take food, you should make sure that the glucose content is less or the protein should be more. So then you can control your diabetic level with fenugreek seeds. And it has an anti-inflammatory property too. How to take 5 grams of fenugreek seeds? You need to soak in 1 glass of warm water overnight and more. Okay. Even fenugreek seeds are good for air. So you can use as a natural air conditioner. So we need to soak overnight, take the paste and apply the scalp and wash it off after 30 minutes. Next I am going to my local dish, Kerala dish, especially in this season. This is we call Varsha rainy season. Dakshinayana. So southern solstice will start now from Varsha. So the energy will be low and our digestion will be low as Vata is in Prakopa. So we follow a special ganji in Kerala. In Ayurvedic dishes only we are including in that. I will tell how to prepare it. Pepper, dry ginger, and long pepper. So you must be knowing kadus. Please, Dashamula, fine kashayam. Something you must have taken. Some of them must have taken that. Or kadu spices, natural spices, pepper, ginger, and cumin, black cumin, panakku, and coriander. Frozen nutmeg means you can take 1/8 of other ingredients. Other are one portion you can take. And Bala, Vilva, Agimada, these names, you don't worry, this is Dashamulas. Ayurvedic herbs, Dashamulas. I know it will be little difficult to get these all ingredients. I can modify it to your convenience. So, Uluva Kandivilta. So, you can take these spices, cumin, fennel seeds, and all. Along with that, you can add the available except the Dashamula. Then you can add fenugreek seeds into that and moong dal. Then you can cook with brown rice, Navara rice, or Shashtika shari, which grows in 60 days. So, which is good for the iron. And you can add some jaggery. Palm jaggery will be good. And required quantity of ghee after preparing. So, you can make this powder of all this ingredient and mix with water. And you can soak in the rice, you can soak. Then you can cook the rice. After cooking, you can add some jaggery and ghee and small paneer. Then you can take in the morning as a breakfast. You can cook the same name, Karkada Kanji. Yes. Thank you. Any questions?
In that we should not mix certain food together. And garlic and milk together.
Actually, the quantity is more important in that, and when you are taking. And garlic will have acidic property. As a medicine, we can mix. Ayurveda has a medicine form only with the garlic and milk. Shirapam, Leshuna Shirapam. That is how we need to prepare as a medicine. We need to. That's what empty stomach we need to give that, not to get acid. So it can be.
Made about milk and in food.
I didn't get it.
When we are making food, we should not have add garlic.
Actually,
Such kind of food where garlic is present and then meats.
in food when you prepare. So there is nothing like that. You no need to avoid it. But milk have some other citrus things and whole spices we should not add. But one or two pots we not making it. Yes. 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 Training, like filtering. Water, only water you need. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, actually, onion and garlic, right? As per Ireland, that is a yogic, it would be different. We consider garlic as a medicine, leshuna as a medicine. So the quantity the same, how we are taking the quantity based on that, it will become tamasic or medicine. And this, which I explained for cholesterol, so that's it. Like home remedies. So the cholesterol, then as a treatment, we need to give and the quantity is most important. That's what I told. Whoever handled I started with that. So okay, fine. So Belgrade not supposed to take a pregnant woman. I mentioned that, like, which is good, but in PMS conditions and like menopause. Uh, that's what we need to see. During that time, we can take. Yes. And you should make sure that you are not going to hypoglycemic stage. That's it. Anything else?
I have a basic question.
Yes.
First day, and there are the first so 30, 40 years of Ayurveda. We give a nice introduction about Ayurveda. It's and Ayurveda.
Should it should be integrated approach always. So allopathy, it's like we need to we don't need to counter allopathy there. So just take the supports, nothing wrong in that. Wherever it is required, integrated approach always it is best. So some conditions we have to take allopathic medicine. That's what I told. If we start on this like for example, if you start taking fenugreek seeds water, you can't stop taking metformin. So we should be more logic there. So we need to see the HbA1c. Then we need to taper the dose and slowly you can come back to the either Ayurvedic medication or physical come. It can be reversible. Some reversible diseases you can do that. Right? Wherever the surgery or immediate attention is, but then you take care with nothing wrong in that. So it should be an integrated. It should go parallel. That's what Ayurveda or our team is there. Make sure that you are not taking in the wrong time and wrong dose. Then it can, where there is action, there is equal and opposite to take action. Thank you.